So Bitcoin is up around 80, 90% from all times high in the last bull run. So the last two bull runs were here, 2018 and 2021. But we're going to assess, why has everything stalled? Why is there no altcoin season? Why have the coins not been performing this year? So we're going to touch on a few things. We're going to look at some memes and we're going to look at some major alts. And you're going to see a recognized pattern. We're also going to show you the winners of this cycle, even though it may or may not be over. But we're here to discuss why that's the case. So take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum's all-time high has still pretty much yet to break. It's only just performed pretty much what it done last cycle. So if you brought Ethereum in 2018 or 2021, you would be pretty much in the same position. You held all the bear market, and I know many people that have, and it's done exactly the same. You might think, oh, if I brought here, I got a 2x. Fine, if you have or more, that's fine. But not many people done that. Hardly any. People were buying up here when it was confirmation of the rally, and it only pretty much followed Bitcoin. Solana's exactly the same. 2021, it performed really well, dropped down, bear market, and then it's back up. So whether we're going to set a higher floor on these coins, but I'm just showing you, they've only just revisited their previous all-time highs. Now, if we look at even older coins like XRP, it's still the same story. It may have broke its old 21 all-time high, but in 2018 it just revisited it pretty much same sort of top. And now we're going into the ones that are actually not performing. Cardano has yet to sort of fall up. It's only done maybe 40% of its previous highs. So anyone holding that is in a really bad position. Zcash as well. On the face of it, when you zoom in, Zcash looks like it's doing really well, but actually it's not even revisited its previous highs. Even though all the hype and everyone talking about it, and it's the number one coin that's pushing, it's done a 10x. Happy days. There's a lot of things that have done 10x. Chainlink as well. Even though there's mass adoption, protocols are adopting it, it's still not visiting. The price isn't there. This is all based on a liquidity issue. And the case is Chainlink, sure, it's linking everything together. But what's my benefit for buying and holding it? As a holder, sure, I'm part of the ecosystem and I'm supporting it, but there's no revenue kickback. I'm not getting a share of the deals. So another reason is Arbitrum. Arbitrum is a great example of a coin that has mass adoption in terms of platforms using it, high volume, trading exchanges, everything's there. But it's just been a downward spiral. It's, from its launch price over $1, it's dropped down 80%. This means at this kind of price point, every single person that holds Arbitrum is at a loss. Every single one. Because it's the lowest point right now. Everyone, 99% of people holding Arbitrum is at a loss. And it's a 57th highest coin. Polygon or Matic is an older coin. However, the listing has changed when they changed their name, but it's the same story. It's the chart looks exactly the same as Arbitrum. I remember when my friend bought Matic at 2 cents, and he was so happy when it went to $1, and we were like, "Oh, we missed it," and I messed up. I knew that coin was going to do well. Now look at it. I hope he sold. Litecoin as well is one of those dino coins that are just the floor looks like it's on an uptrend actually, but is it going to do anything? The ETF's going to pop and it might go up, it might go down. There's ETF launches always dump the coin anyway. So another one, Bitcoin Cash. I'll tell you a quick funny story. In 2019, I brought Bitcoin Cash. I don't know where it is. I found the transaction of me buying it. And it's actually, I looked at the value and thought, oh, this might be worth a lot. And actually, I'm at a loss buying and holding that duration. So I never looked for it. I don't care where it is. It's a very small amount. AVAX is another one. Even though their chain's getting adoption, there's a lot of holders, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people bullish. It hasn't performed at all this cycle. It's had a little run up, but again, it's just bled off. Now, if people are telling me altcoin season is coming, I hope so, but I don't think so. Another newer coin is Sui. Sui has performed okay, but then again, is it, what's going to take us back to this position? It doesn't seem like anything's going to sort of pop off. Polkadot is probably one of the most disappointing coins ever. When Polkadot launched, there wasn't many out there, and it only done well because co-founded by Gavin Wood, Ethereum founder, co-founder. He was part of it. A lot of connections. He's going to do well. It's an upgraded of version of Ethereum. No one was able to explain what Polkadot does, sharding, multi-chain, whatever they're doing. And again, they've had an upgrade. No one cares. No one's using the chain. I brought some the other day. I don't know why. And Internet Computer, again, it looks like it's kind of having a little rally. It's going to pump up and it's got to go 3x from now and then revisit its all-time high at 10x. It's unlikely going to happen. I did buy some of this as well. Now to the meme coins. Pepe. And when we're going to talk about ones that have actually performed well and why they've performed well, and then we'll get into why it has happened like this. Meme coins, Pepe, multi-cycle, very meme narrative. The memes everywhere, in every sort of funny gift, it's there. But no performance this year. No way of revisiting all-time high. I'm sure it was 7 billion market cap at some point. And I was like, wow, it's gone to 7 billion. Again, VeChain is another one that I made a lot of money in the last when Bitcoin was 16K. I was heavily aggressively buying alts, buying a lot of things, mainly Bitcoin. Even Solana, I was throwing 2 grand into Solana at like I think like $12 or something, and held until then. And I've just been selling this whole year and last year. But stuff like VeChain, I may have brought 200, $300 of it and just left it and said, okay, when this pumps up 100x, but it just never came. And I've probably got about 10 coins like that I've just sold off and revisited or moved them elsewhere. Dogecoin, is it going to go to $1? Probably not. This is it. No one's got no interest in it. It was funny at the time, but now it's just like you're just exit LP for anyone that's holding and regretting it. Same with Shiba Inu. There's been absolutely no performance on these meme coins. And they're legacy meme coins. They're launched, back when Doge was sort of pumping up. So they have story, they have massive amount of holders. They got 2.8 million holders. That's not counting central exchanges. That's just like across all DeFi. It's probably close to like 3, 4 million. And none of them feel like buying it again. They're just holding it, hoping someone else is going to buy. And those someone else ain't there. Flocky have made a game, they've made a wallet, they've made platforms, they've made their own exchange or something, and it hasn't done anything. No matter what they do, nobody wants to buy it. And they may make something, but what's the point of me buying it? I'm not benefiting from it, and that's a big story. So we're going to get into what has actually performed well, what is doing okay. So, and there's a key narrative in this. Yeah, Ton hasn't performed well. Tron has performed very well, and it's been performing well, and it's probably one of the best looking charts out there. And there's only one reason for this. It's not adoption. It is stable coins, probably, but the only reason is it's deflationary. And that's the only thing that actually matters. It's deflationary. Its supply is dropping. Bitcoin is not deflationary. If Bitcoin was deflationary right now, it'd probably be at $5 million per coin. But at the moment, Tron is deflationary. It's the only chain where it's actually falling. It's circulating supply. So no matter what happens, as long as people keep using it, it will keep going up and up and up and up. Another one that has performed well is BNB. BNB is also deflationary. Every single transaction burns a tiny bit of BNB all the way down, their protocol says, to 100 million supply. It's at 137 at the moment. Cake is another one that is deflationary now. Some exchange tokens are becoming deflationary, but as soon as people stop swapping and using the exchange, it stops becoming deflationary and it inflates again. So it's not as a solid, hard, inflationary coin like BNB. BNB has performed very well, similar to Bitcoin. It's kind of that it's just over doubled in value, and that's a major altcoin. Compare that to Ethereum or Solana. If they may look good now, but they haven't performed at all. They've just pretty much done that. Ethereum should be 10k. Solana should be over $500. BNB performed better than all of them. So why has this happened? Why have these coins not broke any all-time high? Now there's two reasons. One, it could be the ETFs are sucking a lot of the liquidity out. So people are not buying these coins. Actually, it's three reasons. Number two is meme coin season actually took over altcoin season. So the retail drives the altcoins and the DeFi. It's the little people come in mass. 100,000 people start buying all these coins. There's also a lot of saturation. So before it was, do you buy Litecoin or do you buy Bitcoin Cash? or Ethereum Classic. Now it's do you buy or look at all this list, and I've only handpicked a few just to give you some examples. But lo and behold, look, why am I going to buy Ethereum? I don't use the chain. I don't think it's going to go up. If it would have gone up, it would have gone up when Bitcoin went up. Why would I buy now when everything's sort of tumbling down, or it's going to hit some sort of floor somewhere? And then is it going to what? Everyone's not interested in crypto at the moment. BNB, I sold up here. I sold at 1230. So I sold pretty much where my mouse is now, and I made some of my friends sell. Now I hold quite a bit of BNB, and I actually sold BNB at like $200. I sold over 100 BNB back then, and I wish I held because it would have been a sizable amount. So which brings me to number three. The third point is everyone's realized that these coins don't do anything. There's no reason to hold it. A meme coin does exactly the same as any of these coins. Beneficially for a holder, yeah, it sounds good. Oh, Polkadot's the next big thing. The next big thing has never come about. Like, no one's ever brought something, and it actually has been the next big thing. Everything looks great until it launches, until everyone sells. And BNB, sure, it might have some use case in terms of DeFi, but actually, it's just people using the chain. That's important. So if I'm using BNB, you sure I'll hold a couple of dollars, but I'm not going to hold long term. I'm not going to provide liquidity for the people that brought before me. And that's all it is. It's not saying crypto's a scam. It's just like your entry is the most important thing. If you don't get the entry, you're not going to buy. And if Bitcoin starts to fall, nothing else looks interesting. And that's going to be the case until Bitcoin floors out. People will buy then, get impatient, and then they will start to move. So if it goes here and floors here, people will buy, be impatient, and then as soon as it starts to rise up here, it's confirmed that it's a sort of uptrend pump. They'll buy again, and they'll look at this price point and say, okay, it's going to go to there. I can get a 3x. And if it does or doesn't, it doesn't matter. So in theory, what we're looking at now is the bear market's it's going to start soon. Whether it's in 6 months, whether it's a year, whether it's started already. But if these coins were to perform, they would have performed already. That's just my opinion. I'd love to know everyone's thoughts. I wish you all the best and take care.